Your side is okay.
Okay, fine. So we are good to start.
Yes. I have overall 10.6 years experience in Oracle Apps DPA. I am working on from beginning version 11.5.8 to the latest one, 12.2.6 and 2.7. In database side, I'm working on 12C, 13C, and 18C with the OEM setup, and 120 databases is connected with the Oracle Enterprise Manager for the monitoring purpose. And in the EBS, working day-to-day activities with the current client is Riverbed, and I was gone through ITC, IT convergence, and they placed me on the Riverbed location in California, there is a team members, six DBA team members, and three are working from on site in California and three in Bangalore, and working on day-to-day tasks and the apps DBA issues and cloning, patching, migration, upgradation. The setup is with five EBS instances is connected on the rack, and it is connected through Golden Gate, and it is connected to DR side, and it is connected to cloud, and issues day-to-day handling that issues with the Golden Gate replication issues and EBS issues and third-party tools for the migration, Quintana migration. I was responsible for that code migration from the developers into the putting into the production server on the off times, and then later on handing over to Bangalore team. So my project is rolled up, so I came back to Hyderabad, and presently I'm not working, so I'm searching for the job. If I selected, so I can join immediately. And before that, I was working for the British Petroleum, and British Petroleum is a Infosys client, and working for the EBS and migration, production servers handling, and day-to-day activities same as it is, and some of the clients have WebLogic, and some of them Golden Gate, some of them they don't have, so handling the vice versa. Yes. Hello.
I'm here.
Hello.
I'm audible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm audible.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
You have worked on Oracle Apps 12, right?
I worked
12.2.
on
12.2.
yes.
Okay, so like, what is the architecture that you have supported while working on that 12.2?
Yes. In 12.2, I was working with production servers, DB node, production EBS primary as app node, and EBS secondary app node, and EBS third node app node, and EBS DMC node, and discover node. These are the production architecture, and other one is EBS and DMZ Discoverer, River Pro. These are the production server. Different servers was there. Yes.
Like when we say production servers, how many database and application tier was there?
No, your voice is cracking.
One minute, huh?
Yes, now
Give me.
it's okay. Sometimes I don't know what happened. It's moving. Yes. Yes, is much better. Much better.
Okay. So what was the architecture like? How many database nodes and application nodes were there?
Yes, 5 database nodes, and client is client type, and database 2 nodes, and size of the database 4.5 terabyte.
How many application tier was there?
Application?
How many application tiers were there?
Yes, production one was there. Application one, production into the instances are different. One production.
Can you switch off your video? Can you switch off your video, please? Like, seems like too much of a bandwidth is consuming by it, and we are not able to communicate well. You can
Okay,
switch off your video for a moment.
video. Okay, hold on.
Just you have to click on, like,
Yes.
there's a button start video next to mute.
Okay. Leave is there. Stop video.
Yep.
No, mute. Mute is.
In the bar, you will be getting an option start video, right?
Yes, in the beginning I was getting that, so I had to go back. Just hold on, if something is there, so you can connect me again. Stop video. I click OK. Stop video.
Okay.
Now okay. Yes.
Yeah. Now is it better? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Clearly.
Yes.
Okay. I was asking how many application tiers, like, how many database tier and how many application tiers were there in your production database?
Yes. Five node production server, and one is primary.
Okay.
And another one is secondary, and third is again there is third app node is mentioned, and fourth one is DMC node, and fifth one is discoverer node.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And how many DB nodes were there?
DB nodes, 2 node.
Okay, so it's a rack one, and like CM is hosting on one, or how many servers?
Hosting on which again?
CM.
Yeah,
CM manager.
Yes, in the, yes, on DB node is 2, and CM node on secondary.
Okay, it was running on only on the one node. It was not PCP configured.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. So what was your day-to-day activity like, related to that production environment?
Yes, monitoring, mainly monitoring, and from the production, cloning from the backup, not from the production, and taking that backup through the backup, and taking the cloning to the any testing servers, and on the production mainly monitoring, and Quintana, the third party tool, and it is uploading onto the production server whatever that developers are, they are changing, uploading through the Quintana, and managing that end users issues, and sometimes web issues, and sometimes load balancer issue on the production, and checking that status with the OPM and CTL status checking, and how it is live, or sometimes if it is done. So these are the issues, majorly issues which I faced. And
Okay,
doing
so
the automate
what issue
clone.
you just What issue you generally face on load balancer?
One node is working, one node is not working. It's going down. So management was very much worried with that. So that I cleared the cache.
So how you
and
troubleshoot it?
what clearing
Go
the
ahead.
clearing the cache and resolving that on the weekend time. Once we restart that another node for the load balancer, so that is works fine on the off time.
Okay. What was the reason like you have to take a reboot? Like it was not working.
Yes, after clearing the cache, still it wasn't working. It's working, but sometimes again it's showing that issues. So in that case,
Why?
we had
What was
clearing the cache.
what was the reason?
Yes, reason is
No, even like clearing the cache. Yeah.
yes. So
Yeah. What was the reason like you feel like you have to take a reboot of a system?
yes. So one node is working, one node is not working. Some balancing is not working properly. So with the team members, we discussed all the details and we restart once. So after that, it was working properly.
Okay. Okay. Like you have been doing cloning for a while. How the backup of your database is happening?
Yeah, through backups 24/7 with the help of RMAN. And I worked with the other backups also, HP Data Protector and VeritasNet backup and cluster backup. These are the different backups also I worked. And this I worked for replication was doing mostly, and the RMAN backups we are using.
Okay. Okay.
In Data
So
Protector,
what are the steps? What are the steps involved in cloning?
yes, cloning.
Please tell me in details, please. Huh?
Okay. Okay. So yeah, first of all, we had to set up that target databases. And if you not from the I'm telling from the production, we are taking only through the backups. And overall, I'm telling how to take that. First of all, we had to check that our target side and source side, and we had to check that file system. Example, two node is there or single node is there. We had to check. First of all, we had to the most in the 12.2 part is that Fusion Middleware home cloning. We had to check. And at preclone.pl we had to create that clone stage area. And we had to add CFG clone. We had to build Fusion Middleware home. And that remaining is that we had to prepare the source system database for cloning. And in that we had to log in the source database here. And we had to go to the RDBMS or home apps utility script context name, and then we had to run that Perl at preclone.pl script dbtr, and it will create that Aura home. And next we had to sort the application tab. For that we had to check that echo file edition we had to test first, and run the execution commands for insta-top, instance top admin scripts perl at preclone.pl appstr. So this is process we had to do, create the complete compressed archiving the components. And once we run that, so we had to run that add cfg clone. Meanwhile, we had to copy the database home from the source to target. And once we had to, with the help of cp command or tar command, we can use for that. And I'm audible to you? Hello?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes, Sadar, you are audible.
yes.
And
Then we had to run at CFG clone in that DB Tech stack. We had to check that, and we had to run that for the DB Tech stack, and cloning process for the database using the RMAN backup. And once backup has been whatever suite we have, and we had to run that auto config setup, and we had to come to the target site. In the target site, we had to run that Aura Home, context name, and sysdba we had to log in, and ADUP lib directory we had to, with the help of SQL, we had to run that. And once we run that for the database, we had to run that database should be open and must be performing this Perl RCFG clone, DB clone we have to run, and we have to copy the application tier file system from the source system to the target system, and we have to configure that database, and Aura tools we have to copy, and the common top directories, Apple top, common top, and Oracle application services. And then first of all we have to make that structure, that make directory. We have to make the directory for the fs1, fs2, fsne, and then we have to run that clone. Example, we have to go to the common top clone bin and perl rcfg clone .pl appstier, and this is at this point we have to target the system base directory, and then we have to copy the EBS suite directories. Example, Apple top, common top, and then we have to run that under common top perl at cfg clone.pl. Yes. And if you want to take that with the help of online cloning or backup, automate backup, so RMAN duplicate I am using, running with channels, allocating the 3 channels, and we have to set that script, and duplicate database for DB what DB we have to give, and to the target side def p file we have to mention in the duplicate side. Yes. Other hot backups.
okay.
Yeah.
So on application tier, are you running DualFS or how it is?
What?
ADCFG clone, when you're running for application tier, you are running DualFS or how it is?
ADCFG clone appstier dual FS.
Yeah.
Yes. Perl at cfg clone.pl appstier dual FS I have to use, because this will configure both running the patch and file system on the target system.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So now, when you're running ADCFG clone, what was the first step that it performed?
Yes, on the source side or target side?
Target side. Definitely,
yes.
You will run ADCFG clone on
yes.
the target side only.
Yes. What happened here? It is primary application tier node. We have to move that all that application. We are moving to the target side, and this with the help of dual FS option, so we can copy all that from the primary to target side.
No, what exactly it do? ADCFG clone when it start, what exactly it start doing? Very first phase of ADCFG clone, what it is?
Yeah, this once we execute, so that it will copy the application tier file system from source to target side.
ADCFG clone.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, but you have bring down the create a tar of application tier yourself, right? And then untarget the target, correct?
Again, your voice little bit.
Okay, I was asking like how the application binaries were laid down.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
Means did you did okay? Tell me one thing. Where you will execute ADCFG clone?
okay.
So
Binaries.
you have a source called FinPRD, and you have a target called test one. So
Okay.
where you will execute ADCFG clone?
Yes. On the target side only, and that
Okay, and
with
how will you bring ADCFG clone will bring as you said like will bring the uh, what do you say copy the binaries from source to target. How it will come to know like what is the source host name? How it will come to know?
yes. We had to check that how the binaries clone script. It will once we run that, so it will copy all that bin directories on the target side, and in
How
the
like
yes, with the help of syncing.
how the system will come to know?
Yeah, with the help of syncing of the binaries, it will completely sync once we run that script.
Okay, so fine. So once that syncing is done, what is the next step?
Yeah, here I face some issues for that scripting. So I run that there is a true and set, or some of the thing is there I configure, and once the key files are has been restored, so we have to check that whether the database, and we have to note clean up active gclone pl we have to run on the both database as well as on the EBS nodes, and we have to check that the password changes and auto config on all the nodes, and post clone steps is there. We have to start up the services on the target node. Yes, and if some issues may come here, so I can resolve, and if it is done, so it will be okay. And that is a sanity check is there. Sanity check, we have to check that validate all UTL file directories parameters, and we have to log into the EBS environment and check that EBS dashboard workflow and concurrent managers we have to check. And if you have we have DMZ, and logging to the DMZ and discover URL to validate, and performing that all the checks and standard check templates we have to do. We have Proforma for that, so we will check all the things.
Okay, say like in uh, one thing is like when you execute ADCFG clone,
Okay.
uh, 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 will it configure run and patch both file system or single one?
On single one.
Will dual FS it will configure the run file system, correct?
Yes.
Only.
Yes.
How will you configure the second patch file system?
Yeah, you have on the instance side we have to run that. On example on target, you have two nodes, or how many nodes you have?
Say I have one node.
Okay.
Then
So yes.
then how will you configure patch file system?
Yes. ODAP adopt utility I will use.
To configure patch file system?
Yes. Adopt
Okay.
utility I
What would
will
be the
use.
complete command?
What?
What is the complete command?
Yes.
What would be the complete command?
For ADOP, yes. First of all,
Yep.
there is a stages is there for running that patches. On the system we have to run, so we have to sort that EBS root, EBS apps.env run we have to do, and then we have to with the dollar prompt we can ADOP phase prepare command we can use. So in here then we have to under the technology patches Aura Home under the patch of FS we have to use that EBS apps env patch, and then Adobe Face apply patch. What is the patch list is there, so we have to give the patch list and we have to enter.
So we are not applying patch. I'm saying like how will you configure the patch file system?
Oh, okay.
I'm not asking.
Yes.
I'm not asking like how we going to apply patch. I was asking how we will configure patch file system. That's what I was asking.
Okay. So that we have to check that. Have you get any message for that? No.
Sorry.
So we have to for string. No. We have to give that. We can check that Adobe application services. Example header string -a header top patch, and we have to set that with the help of verification steps is there. So with that verification steps we can test that patch utility.
Okay. So did you got my question or not?
Yes.
Or shall I ping in chat?
Yes. Come again.
What was my question?
I understand that how to configure that for the Adobe utility.
I am pinging. It's in chat. How you configure patch file system? You got my question?
Yes. How to configure patch file system? We have to FSNE. I'm FSNE EBS Adobe. We have to run that steps for Adobe patch process cycle steps is there. So for that we have to download that patch. First of all, download any required technology patches, and we have to unzip the context, and then we can source. We have to do the sourcing. Then we can yes.
Other one, you have worked on Golden Gate also, right?
Come again.
You have worked on Golden Gate also, correct?
Yes.
It's a unidirectional or bidirectional?
Bidirectional.
Okay. What was the replication database? Was it Oracle or something else?
What was?
What was source and target database? Is it Oracle? Or
Oracle.
DB?
Oracle only.
Okay. So, but which version of database you are using?
12C.
12.12 or 12.2?
Yes. 12.2.6.
Okay. It's a multi-tenant or a multi-tenant architecture, right?
Yes.
PDB.
Yes.
Okay. And like Golden Gate, was it a classic or integrated one?
Classical.
Classic. So at given point of a time, like say your mount point got filled because of a trail file.
Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
At target.
Okay.
At target, not at source. Okay. At target.
Okay.
What is an option? What action you will perform?
Yes. On the target side.
Yep.
Replication is not happening.
definitely like target one point got full, so the application can't happen, right?
Okay. Okay, for that, yes, for that I have scripts. So checking that output example, that monitor to golden gate process like extract and replicate. For that we have to check
Okay.
that with the help of shell scripting we have to monitor the process. Okay, and there is a schema replication and DDL replication. These are the things I'm monitoring. Yeah, partial record sequence, these are the things I am checking, and if some issues is there, so you can tell me, I can rectify.
Okay. Now mount point is got full, and you had nearly 50 trail files got what you say
Yes.
missing now. You cleared the space. So
Okay.
can you copy them from source to target, or how it is?
Yes, so no, we have to increase the size immediately.
Okay. Okay. Uh, like say like one of the replicator got abandoned with the error missing update.
Okay. Yes,
What
missing.
you will do?
Yes.
What you will do to resolve that issue?
Yes, this issue, it is on data guard or on Google golden gate.
Golden Gate.
Golden gate,
Some,
yeah.
yeah,
Tip.
like your replicator got Golden Gate got abandoned with missing data.
Okay.
Right. Say there was an update command that it failed to execute.
Yes.
So what you will do to resolve it?
Yeah, first of all I will check that log file if some lags is there, and with the help of backup I can restore again.
What you will restore?
With the help of backup I can restore. Yes.
Okay. That's fine. Okay, database. So you work on performance tuning also, or how it is?
Yes.
Okay. So say user reported like my session is running long. How can you find out his SID?
Yes. Yeah. Session ID I will get. Uh, what you ask? Session ID.
Yes.
Yes. So for that we have to run that script. Example, complete script is there, but I am telling main things. Example, Oracle session ID SID we have to use in the select query, and process ID and serial hash, username we have to check that, and login time and time we have to mention, and once we run with the dollar session we will get the details of the session ID, and with that
Okay. Which table you will query?
Yeah.
Which table you will query?
V dollar process and V dollar session.
Okay.
Both.
Okay. 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 Now, what you will check next? Like, what are the say? Like, there was NQ session is there.
Yes.
The wait event is NQ TX
Yes.
prolog.
Okay.
So, what you will do next?
Wait events. Yes. If it is first of all, I will check that whether stats is working properly in the SQL, and inactive sessions, active sessions I will check, and once if it is command line, so I will use that how that logs are working, and if it is grid OEM is there, so easily we can monitor with the on dashboard how the logs is working. There is a directly I am going, so in that logs we can check that logs, and that log we can kill that session with that ID.
Okay.
So it will clear that your issues. This is yes. Check wait events, other things. There is many things is there, but directly I come to that logging session. In that performance, there is a option is there in the enterprise manager, and you have to go to the blocking session. In the blocking session, you have to check that what is the locking system is there, locking which query is lacking. On the target side, we have to check that how that instance locks is there. So in that logs we have to check, and once it's logged, so we can kill that.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Fine. Other there, I have another meeting, so that's it from my side.
Okay.
Any question you have for me?
Yeah. What is the environment you have?
Uh, like in terms of architecture or how means the versions that we are supporting?
Yeah, yeah, for this project.
Yeah, so we have on the latest technologies, in terms of say database side, and okay, here we have Exa,
Okay.
okay, and the multi-tier application tier that is on 12.2,
Okay.
and we are nearly supporting, it's a different name. We are supporting nearly 5 production databases.
Okay. Okay. That's it from my side.
Okay, thank you. It was nice talking to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Take
Bye.
care.